Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Hi, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Evelyn, and in today's video we are going to do something different. So I did a poll on my YouTube community just asking if anybody would like to see Blendiful versus a Stansout beauty sponge. So if you don't know the Stansout beauty sponge, it's not as popular as Beauty Blender, but it is, I don't know why, because it is actually a very good sponge. So this is Stansout's beauty sponge. It looks like a piece of foam, but the way it's been formulated and everything, it makes your everything, all your makeup looks so airbrushed. It just literally blurs your pores. It's one of the best one. I actually prefer this more than Beauty Blender. And then you all know I recently tried the Tati Beauty one. Now I was introduced to Stansout beauty sponge by Tati Beauty channel. So I saw one of Tati's Beauty when she mentioned this and she said it's really good. So I got myself, and I did notice it is actually a very good product. Then she came out with the Blendiful, and they both are kind of similar way of doing the makeup, because you don't need to damp both of these. You can just use them dry. You can use cream, powder, whatever you want with both of these. So I am going to test this out today just to see, or doing this review for you guys, doing one side of my face with Tati Beauty and one with Stansout beauty sponge to let you know what my thoughts are, if this is good, if they're both good, or what. I think this would be a very good review, a very good comparison, because the way both of these products perform is very much similar. Because as I said, you don't need to wet them like most of the time. For the Beauty Blender, you have to damp your Beauty Blender before you start doing anything with it. So these two bad boys, you can use it as it is. So let's just go ahead and test them out. So this side of my face would be the Tati Beauty side, and this side would be the Stansout side. So we're gonna see today which one is doing well, what is working for this, what is working for this, or if nothing is working for both of it. So let's just go ahead and do that. So yeah, let's get into this video. I already did my eyes and I already did my skincare as well, so I'm gonna go straight with the primer. And for primer, I'm using Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Now you can actually apply the primer both with the both sponges, but just to give a fair chance to both of them, I'm actually going to do whatever I'm going to do with my hand or my fingers or brush or whatever. I'm actually going to do both on the both sides with the same thing, so it's a fair review, it's a fair comparison and everything else. And I don't know how this Hydro Grip Primer from Milk will work, because it is a super thick primer and it's very sticky, so it's like a glue. Your foundation won't move like the whole day if you put this as your primer. So I actually used Elf's brow pencil today, first time. I got myself in a shade dark brown, which is looking like ebony. It's so dark, it's insane. But I must say I did like the pencil though, because it was super easy to do my brows today. But I'll give you more review about that some other day. So yeah, okay, so got my thingy on, and just to blur my pores and just to give it extra dew, I'm going to add Versali Skin Tune also on my certain part of my face, basically mainly on the areas where I have more pores. Go quite press this in my skin. I'm also going to add the skin tune in my foundation too. This is one of the tips I learned from Nikki Tutorials channel, and it does make a huge difference. So for foundation, again, I'm using one of the foundations I super like, and I know it definitely works for me, and it's very close to my skin tone and all that stuff. So it's from Al Makiage, and it's Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation, and my shade is 105. And I'm going to pump this on the back of my hand. I'm going to take a couple of pumps, and I'm also going to add 2 drops, or I don't know how I'm going to take the drops out because the damn thing doesn't work. So so I have some of the on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to mix with my foundation. So I'm just going to mix this in my foundation. I'm just going to go, oh, I should do it on this side. So I'm just going to apply this on my face. Alright, I'm going to do the Stansout side first because I kind of already know what to expect. I have used this foundation with the Stansout Beauty Sponge before, so I know it definitely works really well with the sponge. But I'm gonna do the Stansout side first. So yeah, I love this foundation. It's light, it's like medium to full coverage. It gives you a very nice, very flawless finish. I love this foundation. Okay, I'm not gonna take this very close to my under eye area because I want to keep layers on my under eye area as thin as possible. So this never disappoints me. It's such a good foundation. It's one of my favorites. So good. And right now I have the worst acne of my life. Like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on, but my hormonal acne are so bad right now. It's like my whole face is covered in acne. Now I'm just gonna mix 2 more pumps, and I'm just gonna do the Tati Beauty side now. Again, as I said, I'm doing exactly the same technique what I did on this side, so giving both sponges the fair chance to do their thing. Okay, gonna mix that, and I'm just gonna go over this, and let's just start. I'm gonna take this particular side with my Tati Beauty, and I'm gonna do exactly the way Tati mentioned in her videos, or the way instructions are being shown on the website. Okay. I do feel like it though, like it doesn't give me as much coverage as my Stansout Beauty Sponge. It definitely needs, and I pretty much used the whole amount. So I don't know what happened there, because I'm seeing people saying they get insane coverage. Okay, as you can see, this is the Tati Beauty side, 1 layer, and this is the Stansout. Stansout is completely covered, and I can see everything on this side. So I'm definitely going to go with more product. And now I know Like I really need a lot of product on this side. So I'm gonna go with quite a bit. Oh yeah, now it's giving me the coverage I need. Okay, because I have a little bit product left, I'm just gonna go on this side and right in the middle as well, just to smooth out that harsh line. Looking at myself in the mirror, maybe you might not notice on the camera that much, but looking myself in the mirror, I am not a huge fan of the Tati Beauty side right now. I feel like this side is a little streaky. I don't know. It's just, to me, it feels like it is not as flawless and finished as this side. So I am a little not too impressed by the first step. So definitely for foundation, for the base, I am definitely loving my Stansout sponge, not the Tati Beauty one. Sorry Tati Beauty, but no, it's just, I don't know, this is my third or fourth time using the sponge, and I have washed the sponge pretty much after every single use, and I noticed something after every wash. The texture, the feel of the sponge is getting different and different and different. I don't know what it is, but something is not right. I don't know. I don't know if I've got the like dodgy product or something. I don't know, but should really like reach out to Tati Beauty to find out why this is happening, or if this is normal. But after like couple of washes, it's definitely not feel like the same way it was when I used it first time, or it doesn't even perform the same way. So I don't know if this is something everybody experiencing, or this is something is supposed to happen. Perfect and concealer, and this is in shade 120 light vanilla. Okay, and I'm going to apply. I also like to use this concealer not just to conceal, also to brighten my under eye area as well, or wherever I like to have a little bit more brightening on my face. I tend to use this concealer because it's nice and light, and it really brightens up my face. Stands outside first. So I like to go with I like to leave the product on my face for like a couple of minutes or a couple of seconds at least before I start blending it out. Or I'll just wait for the product to go a little tacky, and then I'll just blend it. It's a really good tip. If you let the product go a little tacky, the product doesn't go everywhere on your face. It just stays on the places, on the areas where you applied it, because the whole point of you to doing brightening and concealing is that you only want certain part of your face to be like that, not the all over. So okay, I have no issues whatsoever to do any sort of blending on the Stansout side, because this product never ever disappoints me. It's so good, like so good. Okay, now I'm gonna do the Tati Beauty side, and I'm just gonna start exactly the same way what I did on the Stansout side. You know what, I think I am going to reach out to Tati Beauty customer service and just to find out if this is supposed to happen to this sponge, or is it something is not like, right? I don't know. But the feel of this Blendiful is so different than the first time when I used it. And I'm not the type of person who like to complain. I hardly ever complained about products. Even if I'm not happy with it, I will just still give a fair chance, just thinking maybe it's my skin or my technique or the way I'm using it. Maybe it could be like my fault or something. But this thing is really annoying now because the texture is so weird. I don't know. And I feel like it every time I'm washing, there is been like some lint coming like out and is sticking with the makeup. So that is very annoying. Okay. Bronzer, again, I'm going to use something which I'm absolutely loving right now, and it is working really well for me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply it on the Stansout side, and usually I always go with the brush, my Zoeva buffer brush with this product, and just literally apply it just with the brush, because that brush literally feels like it is made for this product because it blends everything super nicely. But today we are going to do this with sponges, so I don't know. Okay, I'm also going to use this for my nose contour, and I'm going to apply this with my Artis oval brush. This was the set of 5. This one is Artis Elite Oval 3. So I'm going to apply this. I love using the oval brushes, especially when it comes to doing things like this. It just makes everything so easy. Like really easy. Just half a pump on the back of my hand for my foundation, and I'm going to just use the clean side of the Beauty of the Stansout sponge, and I'm just going to apply some of the foundation on my sponge before I start blending the contour. By doing this, it gives a contour bit of more of a soft finish than a harsh finish. I do not like when my contour is super strong, especially on like normal day-to-day makeup or even like a party makeup. I only like to do strong makeup or like a strong contour when it's more of like a bridal look or more reception kind of look. Or side, I'm just gonna blend my foundation. I'm gonna start blending the bronzer. This bronzer is from Milk Makeup. I don't think so I mentioned that. It's from Milk Makeup, and it's the matte bronzer in shade Baked. It's one of the best bronzer I think out there right now in a cream form. So good. Okay, bronzer is blending with Tati even like a dream. RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, and I'm just going to apply this my under eye area first of all, because I like to do the setting on this side first. I'm going to apply it on the side of my nose. I'm going to hit all the areas where I tend to crease much more faster than anywhere else. I'm also going to apply this on my side of my cheeks. Also going to do this on just a little bit, hit it right in the middle of my forehead. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the Tati Beauty one. Now I use the clean side. Just going to apply it under dry area first. I'll give you a tip: if you have a Tati Beauty one, just don't go right away with the product on your face, as much as it blends like a dream. If you have too much product, it literally will sit there on your face. Okay. And I'm hitting all the areas where I tend to get crease super quickly. Okay. And now this particular step you can't really do with anything else. You definitely gonna need a brush. So I'm gonna take any brush and I'm just gonna lightly dust. I don't like to leave my baking on for too long. I just literally barely leave it on for like a couple of minutes, not even a couple of minutes, probably a minute or so, and then I'll just go straight and just dust everything excess off. For my nose, I'm gonna take more of a precise brush and I'm just gonna go and put it right in the middle while it's setting. I don't know, I still don't know how to pronounce this thing. Cheek stamp, and I'm just gonna apply this on my cheeks. I don't know what to expect at this point, so I'm just going to do one cheek at a time, and I'm just applying the product directly on my face and using my sponge to blend it. And I am looking at it on Stansout side. I don't know what's going on, but the product is not moving much. Why it's not moving, I have no idea. Okay, now it's starting to move. Okay. Nice. So far it's looking okay, but I don't know why I'm having so much glitter fallout, even though I did my eye makeup before. That was the reason I did it before, so I don't have any glitter fallout. I do not like glitter all over my face, but it's keep falling out, so we don't know what's going on there. Okay, I'm gonna do this the stamp on this side too. Okay, and because I know I'm having issues with the Tati Beauty one, so I'm just gonna start blending this pretty much right away. Okay. So I'm having a little difficulty to blend this blush on both sides, so it could be the product, or I should have done this before I did my setting powder. It still blended nicely, but I feel like it is just not moving much. Okay, still looking okay though. So that could be the product, not anything to do with the sponges, because it did the same thing on both sides. Okay, so that's that. So this has some other colors going on here too, and I'm just going to just swirl my brush in here and pretty much. It's not very like strong bronzer, it's very light. So, and I'm going to apply this with my brush on both sides. I'm having some issues with the Tati Beauty sponge. There is a lot of lint which is coming off, and I am not a very big fan of this lint showing on my face. So I'm just gonna like use the brush to do my bronzer at least, so there is no more lint on my face. I'm gonna go very light hand. So here we go. Finish my lips, and for lips I used my Ofra Cosmetic long lasting liquid lipstick in shade Monaco, and also did my lower lashes. So this is the final look. Anyway, so let's come back to the review for the Stansout and the Tati Beauty. So I will have to say I'm actually more impressed by the Stansout side than Tati Beauty side. There are certain things with Tati Beauty, it's very good, especially when it comes to doing your setting powders, even your powder blush or something. It's very good. The only downside is for today's video, while I'm making this thing has so much lint coming off. It's literally sticking to my face, and it kind of started to irritate me now as well. I'm feeling very itchy around my nostrils, around this area where I have a little texture. It's like the lint is clinging. I don't know if the camera will pick or not, but it's literally clinging to the actual makeup, which I'm not very big fan of. So they have to use like twice the amount which I used on my Stansout side to get the same coverage which I had on this side. So I think for the foundation, this thing, even though it's not like absorbing the product, but it's not like giving me the coverage which Stansout sponge gives me at the first attempt. I know my foundation is like medium to full coverage, so you will have to go and build the coverage, but I didn't have to use that much product on this side. I used a lot more product with Tati Beauty Blendiful to just get the coverage matching with this side. So that again I'm not very big fan of. It's just like you're using way too much product and you really don't need it. If you're doing it with a good, not, I won't say a good product, this is still a good product, but if you're doing with the product which actually supposed to perform all the claims they say. Okay, coming to the Tati Beauty side, when I used the Blendiful first time, you go and check my review, it was amazing. And I used my Wonder Beauty Nude Illusion foundation in that video. Even the foundation was amazing. Like the whole application was so flawless, airbrushed kind of look. It literally just gave me like a whole completely new skin kind of look, and I didn't even have to use that much product. But since then I have used Blendiful quite a few times now, and after every use I'm washing this thing as well. As Tati said, you're supposed to. And the amount of like look at it, the amount of product I have on this now, I won't go back and use it the same like for tomorrow, for tomorrow's look or something. I won't use the same dirty Blendiful, because first of all, there's not enough clean space for me to even apply all the products, and second of all, it's not, I personally think it's not very hygienic. I do the same thing with my Stansout sponge as well, and with my beauty blenders, and with my brushes as well. Once I use them, I always just clean everything before I start making another video. The reason why I do that is, first, I'm OCD anyway, but second, it's more hygienic. And right now my skin is suffering from so much acne. I'm trying to figure out what is actually triggering it. Is it only hormones, or is it my brushes or product, or what? So that's why it's so important. The hygiene perspective is very important for me. And even if I wash my Stansout sponge after every single use, it still stays the same. It still performs exactly the same way it performed on the first attempt when I used it. So overall, I will have to say, for this particular video or for this review against each other, I will have to say I'm gonna go with my Stansout sponge. I really like 100% back this product up. It's just so good. It literally performs exactly all the claims what it's supposed, like it whatever they claim, the Stansout team, it performs. The product actually does perform. It works wonderfully well. If it's not working for you, you just have to follow the instructions properly, because this stuff is even much better than Beauty Blender. So I'm sorry, Tati, I know you introduced me to Stansout, but I'm sorry, your Blendiful is not winning against this thing. For me, this is definitely a more like good brand, good product. It performed really well. My makeup is looking super flawless. It just cream, powder, liquid, whatever you want to use, this works. You leave. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so every time I'm posting a video you will get a notification. Thank you so much for all your love and support you always give me, and I shall see you guys next time. Love you all. Take care. Bye.